Hi guys, welcome to the Pur'N'Kleen podcast, episode number 14. Today's episode is on operational readiness. Hey everybody, Rommel here. I wanted to make an episode on operational readiness because Wolf Larson, the founder of INN or Imperial News Network, created this great article. And I wanted to highlight some of the things that he points out and sort of give my perspective as a non-military organization and how operational readiness comes into play for us. So what is operational readiness? Operational readiness is the capability of a ship, unit, or organization to perform the missions or functions for which it has been organized or designed. There are 5 main dimensions to operational readiness, which are personnel, equipment, training, time, and mission. So let's talk about each of those. Okay, so personnel. Personnel concerns about how many people do you need to be ready for your operation? What kind of rank and skill each of those individuals have? What are the individual roles that you need to succeed in this operation? And more social aspects such as, are they motivated for the mission? Do they work well with others? Do they cooperate? That is the personnel aspect of the operation readiness. Equipment. So equipment concerns itself with the assets that you need in your operation. So not only just an aggregate number of how many ships, weapons, or warehouses you need for your operation, but also the status of each of those. Do they need repairs? Do you need to use them a lot? Are they vital for the operation? Okay, so training. Training is very important in operational readiness because without training, you are just relying on essentially luck. So you want people to be ready and trained for all the roles that they're going to be performing in the mission so that they feel confident enough in the mission and the mission leaders. So another thing that a lot of people overlook in training is that it's not just useful for the trainees, but also the trainers, because you are developing leadership. You are developing the skills required in leaders, because it's the last phase of teaching, right, or of learning. So when you're learning, you learn how to do something. And then you actually do it, and then if you can teach it to others, then you have mastered the content. So don't neglect training as part of your operational readiness. So time concerns with the how much time you need to respond to your mission. If you are a military organization, then you are more concerned about how much time you need to deploy your forces, to defend an attack or to mount an attack. But in a business organization, it's more about how quickly you can react to market forces and respond to customer needs. And if if your org is ready, then you want your response time to be as minimal as possible. So from when you extract a product from the raw materials to the time where you actually sell the product, you want that time to be as minimal as possible. And you could be a more casual org, and that's okay. It could take weeks for your product to ship. But you want to define those things, because if you do not measure them, then you cannot improve. You're just basically going gut feeling. So, have a organizational chat with your teammates and say, from the time that somebody places an order or we get something, we are going to take a week to ship it, or we are going to take a day, or we are going to take an hour. So that's part of your organizational strategy and you need to define that so that you know when you are ready. And finally, let's touch about mission. So, as important as everything else is, what exactly is our mission? What are we preparing for? What are we becoming ready for? A military organization is going to be totally different for an organization that is more business related, right? So, if your goal is to defend an asset or to kill someone, then it's going to be totally different from an organization whose goal is to make profit, right? So you have to define those things. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for this episode on operational readiness. I highly encourage you guys to check out Wolf Larson's article, which is the link is in the description below under sources. If you have any questions or you would like me to cover certain topics in this podcast, please let me know in the comment section below. As always, the Pur'N'Kleen podcast is a free weekly Start Citizen podcast aimed at tackling the business side of the verse. It is available for free every Monday on YouTube. If you are looking for a business-oriented organization, please do check us out at pur'n'kleen.com. In business, and again, we're a business-oriented organization, but this also matters in military organizations. Speed matters.